In the Belt is a dark comedy. It takes place in Tennessee, and the town is a fictitious town, but it's called Flickerville, and it's about this man, this middle-aged man, Cord Phillips, who is essentially a blue-collar guy, and he's sort of like living in this bubble, as Curtis was talking about earlier, referencing. His wife and daughter, and they're all living together, and they, on the outside, it may seem like they have this normal family existence. There's kind of a lot of animosity going on beneath, and emotionally, they're sort of all estranged from each other. And Cord is unhappy with his job, his wife, his daughter, their relationship, and whatnot. And in an attempt to sort of better his situation, Cord Phillips, along with the old redneck friend of his, who's just a complete degenerate, attempt this robbery at this bowling alley. And it essentially goes drastically wrong. And it creates a whole host of like chase scenarios and whatnot afterwards, where much of the town is getting involved. And
yeah, he has to go through and cover all of his tracks and make sure everything's, back to normal, when in the beginning all he did was want everything to change, and then now he realizes after his attempt went so wrong that he wants everything to just go back to normal. And it's not just, it is about this Phillips family, but there's other characters outside that even help represent the Phillips family, where it's like this whole town has problems underneath the surface, and they all maybe walk around with their smiles like everything's fine, but they all have very deep problems that just don't go addressed. And
there's themes of isolation, and it actually has kind of like a Western aspect to it. And Western's sort of like the last American mythology, and in many ways there are a lot of good versus evil, and what side are you picking, and all this. But because of its nature, because of it's a dark comedy, you're sort of throwing all these little curveballs. And
and the quirky humor in it is it's all very subtle, and it's all very, like you kind of have to catch it at times, and it's very like real, like a character would do this and stuff. And maybe, some of the stereotypes and cliche things, if it's done in a subtle way, which it is in real life all the time, then that's what the moments that we tried to capture in this is those real subtle moments that are, quirky and funny.